The following is an Ellwood City Sports production.
Two to the right. Quick pass out there to Dom Ho. He gets up to the 50-yard line. He's got blockers down. He goes, makes a man miss. He's got the first down. Does a little wiggle all the way. He's still on his feet. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown! Hand off to Partridge. Tucks it in the left hand. He's up the left side, and he's going to go all the way. At the 10, the 5, touchdown! 4th and 15. It's all down to this. Back to pass. Give and chase. Throws it out there, and he's hit. He's short of the line again. He's short of the line again.
Good free kick. Nice header by Keystone Oaks. But taken there by Huth.
Shot on net.
And
It's a goal!
Puts it up, and down it goes. That's the game! Playoff win for the Wolverines. Inbound to Caleb serving. Yes! It's gone! Shoots it. It's over! The boy is over! The Wolverines win!
There, the left side field, chasing his left fielder. It's going to go all the way out of the ballpark. A home run. Contact there, deep, sending back the center fielder up to the fence line. A base hit there for Luke Raleigh. She will turn and go to third on the triple. Good afternoon, Ellwood City sports fans, alongside Philipsburg-Osceola fans. Welcome into Sanders Field here at Ewing Park Sports Complex in Ellwood City, Pennsylvania, as we bring you coverage of PIAA high school baseball first-round action. It's your Ellwood City Wolverines taking on the Philipsburg-Osceola Mounties, the Mountaineers of Philipsburg and Osceola Mills Townships. Brad Windhorst alongside Keith Keller on today's action for the coverage of Ellwood City Sports, free and live video stream via YouTube. Keith, welcome into the booth today.
Bradley, great to be back. I know I left abruptly the last broadcast that we had, but my goodness, was it worth it. What an exciting run so far for the Wolverines. Philipsburg coming up just a little short against Tyrone. Hard-fought game between them two. I think they went down 5-2 in that game, but both teams looking to advance here in the PIAA, and exciting stuff for the community here, and a big showing out for both sides here.
Yeah, once again, you're watching coverage on EC Wolverines, www.ecwolverines.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the whole works, as we bring you coverage of today's game. As we're about ready to get things underway here, we're going to do all the opening ceremonies and pregame stuff. We'll talk about some stuff throughout the season for both these teams as we progress. For Ellwood City, they win the 3A WPIAL title. They finished the season up to this point 19-3 with that victory, a comeback victory, 3 in a row to win the WPIAL title. They defeated the South Park Eagles. All 4 teams are in action except for one. We now know officially one that's in the books. We'll talk about the bracket here shortly going forward. On the flip side, Philipsburg-Osceola Mounties, they come from District 6. The region winner between District 5 and 6, they come in as the number 2 seeded team from the District 6 runners-up. They lost to Tyrone, a team that they beat during the regular season 7-2. Unfortunately, they fall in the championship game 6-1, and will have to sit and settle for the first-placed Ellwood City Wolverines. Talking about that bracket, folks, we'll put it up on your screen as we go forward here. There's one already in the books, and that is the Riverside-Fairview matchup. The District 10 number 1 team, Fairview team, they defeated Riverside 3-1. So the two teams that are playing on your screen today, they are playing against Fairview, and yep, that will be on Thursday during Ellwood's graduation day. Same thing for softball. Everybody plays. There's 64 total games that are being played for softball and baseball all today, and then another 32 on Thursday. So either the winner of today's game will play Fairview on Thursday. So there you go, folks. A little bit of information about these teams here as we go forward. Talking about Ellwood City, again, they started baseball in 1945 as a club and as a school-recognized team. They are 919 wins. We got to do some digging there, but they're definitely up in the top 5, if not top 3 of the entire state of Pennsylvania for baseball. We know that number's high, and unfortunately we don't know the exact number, but 919 wins in their baseball history. Again, their first season was in 1945. They went 5-5 in section play. Their first game was a 7-0 win over New Brighton. Now, if we go ahead a couple years and talk about last year, they finished 15-6. Unfortunately, they lost to Mohawk in the quarterfinals of WPIALs. That ended their season a little bit abruptly and shortly, but this year, things are a little bit different. As you look at the bottom of the screen, WPIAL titles went from 5 to 6. Ellwood City is 6-0 in WPIAL titles, and you can see they added the 2026. They do have a state title, and in fact, if you want to go back and watch it, it's on our YouTube page. We uploaded it just last night, the 2003 state title championship against Tamaqua, and you can check that out on Ellwood City Sports as well. Chris Wise is the head coach. He comes in his 6th season with a 60, actually that's a little bit higher than 65, 69 wins, I believe. Let me make sure that we're correct on that. Yep, 65-53. I think it's 69 wins on his 6 seasons with the seniors here. You got 7+ of them, that in fact 10 of them filling all the positions. Some big moves there at first base and right field positions that they had to fill, and they've done so well on the season. Again, 19-3 record. For the opposing team, that's the Philipsburg-Osceola Mounties, and they're coming from District 6, which is the Laurel Highlands East Conference. Now, they're not technically a section because they do play 3A, 4A, 5A, 2A schools in that conference. So just like Ellwood's schedule, they have played teams that have not only won titles in District 6, but teams that give them a good battle throughout the year. They come into play under the direction of head coach Doug Sankey, who enters his 29th season at Philipsburg-Osceola. He took over in 1998. Folks, he's got a 369 and 231 record, and if you're doing the math there, in 29 seasons, he's averaging obviously over 10 wins per season, and they've had some really good historical teams. Unfortunately, have not won a state title, but they have recently won 3 district titles in 2006, 7, and 23, but they know how to win in their district, and they are looking obviously to get back at it. And there was a quote there by Doug Sankey: they lost in the championship game, but when they lose in that championship game, they usually do damage during state
I'll
playoffs.
tell you, they know how to raise some pro athletes out that way, don't they, Brad?
Yeah, and we're going to talk a little bit about those alumni. The big one, obviously, because we're in the Slippery Rock area and the Pennsylvania area, that was Matt Adams. Matt Adams, alumni for the Mounties. So we'll take a break here, and we'll have our playing national anthem, and then we'll pick up from there, folks. All right, folks, there's your national anthem once again here from Sanders Field. Quick little thing here before we go through the starting lineups. The series stats between Ellwood City and the Mounties. This is not the first time they've played each other. In fact, they played back in 2001 in a state playoff game. Ellwood City won the 2A Whitfield Championship, defeating Shadyside Academy to set up the first-round matchup against the Mounties, who would eventually go and win over Ellwood City 4-0. So the all-time record between the two is Philipsburg-Osceola with a 1-0, obviously, in the win-loss column. Eventually, that Mounties team would lose to Phoenixville in the PIAA final, a really good Phoenixville team, and you never thought of a Phoenix name in Pennsylvania.
Absolutely not.
So there you go, folks. As we get ready to go here, we'll talk about some stats and whatnot. We're going to go through the starting lineups, and we'll put them up on your screen now. We'll start with the visiting Mounties, if I can find.
Oh, I got it right here.
There we go. Yep, these are officially ready to go for the books. Go ahead, Keith.
All right, at second base and leading off, you got Connor Gano, followed by Archer Boffman pitching, Fisher White at first, Parker Lamb playing short, Zach Yoder playing center field, DeMarcus Law in left, Nick DeSimon playing right field, Connor Mateer will be catching, but he will be being DH'd by Jack Cartwright, and leading off in the 9-hole, Warren Rafferty playing third base.
Archer Boffman comes into play 5-3 with a 3.24 ERA. And now the lineup for the Wolverines. Go ahead, Keith.
For the Wolverines, leading off, Gino Biondi playing second, Jordan Keller catching, Aaron Lake on the bump, hitting third, Cam Mills clean up at third base, Jake Biscuit playing left, Nate Kennedy at short, Michael Cuevas playing center field, Anthony Barbario in right, DH with Jordan Boker, the mayor, and Matt Kelly in the 9-hole playing first base.
Eric Lake comes on this season, real stellar season once again, 8-0 with a .88 ERA. He'll be on the mound for Ellwood City. You want to talk about stats, folks? The stats are pretty even as well. If you look at the Mounties, you got Gano leading off, batting .459. You're going to see some power hitting from Boffman, who's got 12 extra base hits and 5 home runs as well. You can see the stats there. They're averaging 7 runs in the favor and 4 against. They're batting .351 as a team, while holding teams to .220. Pitching-wise, what we're going to see today to start off is the right-handed pitcher. That is going to be Archer Boffman. You could see Nick DeSimon come in with the lefty, very similar to like Matt Santillo, as well as Hawkendoner, what we've seen at South Park.
Yeah, with Boffman, you got a fastball, pretty good velocity, 88, 89 at this high point in the season. He has a good slider, a sinker, and a changeup. So he has a good mix, Brad, and not to be outdone by Aaron Lake, who also has a good mix.
Yep, and then on the flip side for Ellwood City, we've talked about it all year long. Jordan Keller's having a top 5 career batting season there, coming in batting .500, but more importantly, the one that matters most, the on-base percentages between Aaron Lake and Jordan Keller, both over .500. It's been an amazing year between the two of them.
I think they're a point away from one another.
Yeah, it's amazing how these stats come out. Give credit to Cam Mills. He's got 19 walks, so when you got to deal with not only Jordan Keller in second, then you got to deal with Aaron Lake. You also have Cam Mills coming up behind you. And, you know, he's unfortunately been a little bit struggling a little bit at the plate, but when you got 19 walks, you got to worry about all 3 in a row. And don't forget, down in the bottom of that lineup, you got Jake Biscup, you got Cuevas, you got Boker, you got names there, including Kelly and Kennedy, that are defensively sound and also help this team, obviously.
Timely bunts.
Yep.
So we'll see how it all plays out. Aaron Lake on the bump today. I think it was like a .88 ERA, something like that, Brad, I'm pretty sure. Somewhere around there. Let's see what you got here. Yeah, .88 ERA. In that battery, Keller and Lake, it'll go down as one of the better batteries in Ellwood history, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
I mean, between the pitch calling and just the ability for Lake to locate his slider, you've seen a lot of sliders early on in the Whitfield title game against South Park. Velocity was a little bit off in that Whitfield title game for him. He did say he was under the weather during that, so we'll see. High point of the season for him, around 89 miles an hour. So I expect him to set it up with the fastball, and if his slider's working, it might be something that we see a lot of today.
Yep, and We'll talk about the matchup here to start us off. Again, Aaron Lake on the mound, 8-0, .88 ERA. He's been here before and has done some really good things in his career. I believe it's now 16-1, just one loss in his illustrious career here at the Wolverines in Ellwood City. Leading off for the Osceola Mounties, that will be Connor Gano, number 2, the second baseman. He comes into play batting .459, that 400 mark. The top 3 batters for the Mounties, over 400. You got 28 hits, followed by 27, 32, 26, 23, 25, 22. It's not until you get down to the 8th and 9th hitters that you're below 10. So
absolutely.
And again, we talk about it. The perks about Whipple is you know who your neighbor is. You know what the other team is going to bring when you come to states.
Yeah,
it is the
wide
books,
open.
The records are out the door because you never know what can happen.
That's right.
Next.
You try to do as much research as you can. Try to get some intel where you can get it, and hope your game plan. It's baseball, Brad.
Yep.
Everything's already happened that's going to happen on the field. I think one of the bigger things, I'm sure, between both teams, and I'm not sure about the game that was against Tyrone and Philipsburg, but we're back on dirt. We're back on natural surfaces. We had a lot of turf games.
Yep.
That could definitely play a factor in today's game. I know Philipsburg has a high 49 errors on the year, so something to look out for.
First pitch here from Aaron Lake. Down low for ball 1. As
Roan was able to capitalize on some bases loaded opportunities throughout that district, what are they, District 9, 12? District 6 title game.
District 6.
We apologize for the technical difficulties here on the broadcast. We're trying our best, and Brad is working diligently. That's why you're hearing my lovely voice for the majority of the time.
Well, we love warmth. We love heat. When you get heat, you get overload, and unfortunately, it overloads your system. You got to reset everything. So we should be good now.
Cam Mills coming to the plate right now, hitting .245 and a little bit of a slump. But if he just shortens up his approach a little bit, I think he'll be okay. And he looked like it almost clipped him in the arm there. That fastball still tailing into the right-handed hitter Dom Hogue, courtesy runner for the pitcher Aaron Lake. So you got Hogue at first, Biondi at second, 1 out, 1-0 count to Mills. Very big lead from Biondi, and he's not stepping off. Got to get back. He's going to be thrown almost. Getting a real aggressive lead. Interestingly enough, I don't know why he's not sliding. I don't know if he loves his mother more than his dad, considering he doesn't want to do laundry. The pitch from Boffman. Big cut again from Mills. And I've said it before. You see Mills' head being pulled out of the zone. Every swing his head is moving. He's not following the ball or the plate. Cut that swing down to 80% and you might be in business, young man. Oh, I was broke just a little bit late, a little deep in the zone there for ball 2 from Boffman to Mills. 2-1 count, 1 out here in the bottom half of the first. Wolverines threatening. Back pick not there. As the second baseman, Gano was holding and then trying to peel back for the play of the position. And just wasn't ready for the throw from Boffman. Boffman sets in the pitch. Foul ball. That pitch was tailing in too. If Mills lets that one go, that's also going to be a ball.
Yeah, unfortunately, internet is not the forte here. You want to grab the Verizon hotspot out of the...
We are working diligently on getting hotspots here. Brad barking orders to the press box crew.
Too many people on the
2-2 pitch here coming
network.
from Boffman as he steps off as Biondi's doing a little bit of dancing there and making him a little uncomfortable there, getting a healthy secondary lead. Very healthy. I mean, he's halfway between second and third at the pitch delivery. You think he would go. Strike 3 looking on the breaking ball. That was definitely strike 3 as Cam Mills does not agree with the call, but That was middle curveball there from, excuse me, and he doesn't have a curveball. Middle slider from Boffman.
Next up for the Wolverines, left fielder, number 25, Jake Biscup.
Not an opportunity you want to let go here, Brad. As you continue to mess with all the electronics. I'm talking to myself right now, folks. Jake Biscup at the plate, hitting .333 and a much improved average as he's moved down into the 5 hole of the lineup. And he almost gets away from Gano. Yeah, Biscup really on fire. Walk off against Burrell. Great bunting in the Whippeal title game. Solid defense. Made a heck of a catch to left field on the big Hawkendoner's big lift to left there in that title game. 0-1 count to Biscup. Boffman set. It's Jake swings at ball 2 up in the zone. However, that will be strike 2 on the swing. Getting a little antsy there. I can see Boffman coming here with the slider to try to get try him getting going. I wouldn't mind a double steal, Brett. I think they should have stole a little bit earlier in the inning here to put runners on second and third. In a soft, bloopy lineup, liner to the shortstop, Lamb, and that'll do it for the Wolverines in the bottom half of the first. We'll go to the second. No score. Mounties and Wolverines. Bring up Nick DeSimon for the Mounties, hitting .293 on the year. That's the lefty we talked about early on there, Brad, who ball one to DeSimon. First and second for the Mounties. Yoder on second, Law on first after the hit by pitch. Yoder reaching on a fielder's choice. Outside 2-0. Something that Lake's not familiar looking at. That's a different look there with the lefty. Hawkendoner was the only other lefty he's seen besides Santillo all year, Brad, I'm pretty sure. And Fadden, too. Yeah, sorry about that. Cartwright hitting .318 as a designated hitter, 7 for 22 on the year. Second and third, 2 outs for the Mounties. Lake maneuvering his right wrist there a little bit. Hopefully no cause for concern as the slider's a big pitch for him. 1-1 count as the fastball hits the outside part of the plate for a strike. Pretty straight up defensive alignment here for the Wolverines, as you all become familiar with here throughout the year. Slider away, makes the count 2-1. You don't want to give up any free passes here, Brad, or free runs. They're going to be at a minimum as it progresses and as he continues to fight with the internet. And I'm not even sure if we're online, but I'm going to continue to think that I'm online. 2-2 count, and there's a B that has entered the premise, and it's out. I caught a piece of it, Mr. Biondi. 2-2 count, big pitch here from Lake as runners on second and third for the Mounties. The 2-2 pitch coming. Fouls it off to the right. Wish we had these umps all the time.
Again, folks, just refresh as much as you can. Unfortunately, there's just too many people in the area on that cell tower making things, well, unfortunately not good for us. But we're on the air supposedly.
Allegedly, maybe, who knows. But I keep talking like we are.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, top of the second, 2 runners on. A lot of 2s up on that board.
2-2 count coming up. Here comes the pitch from Lake. Fouls it off the handle, stays alive. Cart right there on the 2-2 fastball in. Another 2-2 pitch coming. And the pitch. Strike 3 on the slider. Big pitch by Lake. Gets him out of the inning. And we will go to the bottom half of the second. Wolverines coming to bat. Still no score.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Sanders Field. I think we got things rolling now. We're going to head into the bottom of the second, and that will bring up Nate Kennedy.
That's right.
Wolverines.
Hitting .218, but a big bunt in the Whippeal title game brought in another run. It's a good location there as Boffman gets ready to work here in the bottom half of the second. Starts him off with a nice slider there, more of a curve, but looking at his pitches, it didn't look like he had a slurve, if you will. But that was more of a curveball to me. Kennedy puts one to left center, but right on at the center fielder. Zach Yoder makes the easy catch for one away. 2 pitches, 1 out. That's one of the things we really had to work on, is working that pitch count, Brad.
Yep. So far, Boffman just 2 pitches there and puts him at 19 in this one. So we'll move on, and that'll bring up number 1, Michael Cuevas, the center fielder, batting .208.
Dudes must travel because Warren Rafferty is playing the grass as he's aware of the bunting and the speed. And as hit by pitch, as the fastball runs inside again on Boffman, puts Cuevas on. And that'll bring up number 10, Jordan Boker, loved by all, the mayor. Hitting .392, an unbelievable .585 in the playoffs. Tallied on another big run in the bottom half of the 6th there at EQT Park against South Park with a base hit down the line.
Just a look at Cuevas there, obviously with the speed. Throw to first, back safe.
That's right. Boffman pretty efficient so far, only 20-some pitches. And actually, maybe only at 20 exactly on the first
20 on
pitch,
the
hit by
dot.
pitch. Spoker gets ready, and Boffman on the pitch. Ground ball to third. This might be trouble. 5, 4, 3, double play, and that'll end the inning.
Wow. Great defensive play.
Great defensive play there by Warren Rafferty on the ground ball. Around the horn they go. We'll go to the top of the third. Still no score between the Mounties and the Wolverines.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Sanders Field. Top of the third. The Mounties come back to the plate here, again from District 6, the second-place team. Keeping everything in check here. A good pitching duel between the two. One hit apiece, and that is it in the scoreboard. First pitch swing and pop fly right to the center fielder, Cuevas. One pitch, one out there for Lake, and that was a big early first out. That was Warren Rafferty as we go back to the top of the lineup here.
Back to the top of the order for the Mounties, second baseman, number 2, Connor Gano.
So that'll bring up number 2, Connor Gano, 0 for 1 today. Again, came into play with 28 base hits on the season. First pitch there outside for ball 1.
Gano hitting .459 on the year, Brad.
Yeah,
Quite impressive, but a quick out there for the Wolverines.
definitely needed. Another pop
That's a
fly
tailing right,
chain.
looks like right to Biscup as it's tailing to as he waves off no one. I got it. I got it, me. As that baseball goes glaringly into the royal blue of the scoreboard, Brad. Do you see that?
Ah, man, that's a beautiful
Majestic
scoreboard.
royal
It looks
blue.
brand new, and I love it. I love it. So 3 pitches there for Lake and 2 outs. Good start here to the inning. Let's make it roll and keep it going. Number 4, Archer Boffman, the opposing pitcher here.
Boffman, a lot of power, as Brad mentioned, 5 home runs on the year.
Yeah, he had a grand slam, and I think he finished the district run for playoffs and the runner-up with at least 2 home runs, if not, I think it was 3.
Slider hits the outside part of the plate for Lake. I'll tell you what, Brad, large contingent of fans here on the Ellwood side, on the Philipsburg side. We got people on 65. We got people on Foch Street watching, really enjoying the ball game as Lake gets ahead in the count 1-2.
It's a real big inning here, just 6 pitches.
6 pitches right here. Lake shakes off Keller twice, looking for his pitch here as the 1-2 pitch is coming. Slider way away.
So that'll even account 2-2 here. Again, both these teams looking to win today and move on to Thursday, June 4th. They will be playing Fairview, the District 10 champion.
Lake working quick, 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 on the slider. Tag out, got him. That's a 1-2-3 inning for the Wolverines. We'll go to the bottom of the third. No score.
And after the top of the third.
right, folks, welcome back here to Sanders Field. Bottom of the third, Wolverines back up to the plate here. Again, both teams only with 1 hit apiece in this pitcher's duel.
Yeah, it's very early on in the first inning with those hits. As Kelly takes the first pitch inside, strike one. Again, a lot of horizontal run on that fastball from Boffman, because he's been very efficient so far. Boffman sets in the pitch. 2. That's a nice looking slider from Boffman right there. Gets ahead in the count, 0-2. Now Kelly forced to protect here. You probably won't see anything over the plate. I would assume that he's probably going to go back to the either sinker or slider here, as those pitches have been working pretty well for him. Fouls it off, stays alive. Yeah.
Matt Kelly, 9th hitter in the lineup, but batting .244, kind of a late bloomer there. He took over that first base position midway through the season, and more defensive more than anything else, but he has made things happen in the bottom lineup.
Fouls it off again as the slider came inside on Kelly. That's one thing we got to see a little bit more of out of the Wolverines, trying to work the pitch count. Being a little bit more patient, seeing something that they can drive. As Bachman gets set for the 0-2 count. Fouls it off to the right side again. A good at bat here, Kelly. Working the count, getting that pitch count a little bit elevated from Boffman.
Yep, 3 straight foul balls after a 0-2 count.
Connor Mateer took one off the chest protector as he misread the lob back in from the foul territory. Large individual, Mr. Mateer there.
Boffman sets here. He's already ready to go. 0-2 count here.
He is. I slider.
Fouled off again. So 4 straight fouls by Kelly. That pitch count keeps going up now to 27. So 6 pitches.
Yeah. If I'm Boffman, I'm not against throwing the fastball that runs inside. I mean, you're looking slider here. Maybe you're trying to sit fastball, but you got to be ready for any of the 4 pitches that he has. And his tunneling's been pretty good. He's only had a few miscues as he sets to deliver. Just misses outside, makes the count 1-2. Boffman ready to work.
Yeah, definitely not wasting time.
Ground ball to the right side. That's a routine ground ball there. And that'll be one away. Nice play by Gano again at second base. Infield pretty sound here so far for the Bounties.
So back to the top of the lineup in the order here for the Wolverines. That'll bring up number 2, Gino Biondi.
Yep, the only hit for the Wolverines.
Yeah, he had that line drive to left field there in front of Law, base hit.
Started it off. We'll see how Boffman works the count here, because that was a fastball middle that Biondi was able to drive over the shortstop. As Boffman sets and pitches. 5 ball to right, 1 pitch, and that might be trouble, but Gano right there tracking it quite well. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that's another quick at bat there for Boffman as he works to the number 2 hitter in the Wolverine lineup. Jordan Keller flew out his first at bat to right field.
Yeah. Again, Ellwood has kind of been in this routine and this funk before where they haven't really got much anything going in the beginning of the game. It's usually the latter of the two. But
Now Keller is a first pitch chaser. But I can see him being a little bit more patient as he takes the ball 1 up and in. See if he can find something to drive. Outfield playing rather middle here. 2-0 count to Keller. That's a hitter's count there, so we'll see what Boffman tries to throw here. Wind picking up a little bit deceiving in the press box. A little wind tunnel, the flag blowing right to left here at Sanders Field.
Which is unusual. It's usually left to right. 2-0 count in favor of Keller.
Lays off, 3-0 count. Keller looks down to the skipper, Chris Wise. Whippeal champion, skipper Chris Wise.
Wolverine fans looking to see what they can do here. That one right down through the middle. Kind of a waste pitch. And
yep. You expect to see the take there.
Yep.
Gets another pitch on the count for Boffman. Now Keller can try to see something here as the 3-1 count. 3-1 pitch coming. Swings That's that fastball that continues to tail in towards the right-handed hitter, makes the count full. Big cut there from Keller. And the payoff pitch coming. Strike 3 on the outside part of the plate, looking, and Keller goes down. And the Wolverines go down in order. We'll go to the top of the 4th. Still no score.
All right, folks, welcome back here as we head to the top of the 4th. Mounties back up at the plate, and that will be number 19, Fisher White. First pitch
Starts it
swinging.
off with a slider.
Yep. Fisher White 0 for 1 today. So far in the game, he had that ground out to Biondi at second.
Another slider bounces way early.
So we think we finally got things rolling here for Ellwood City Sports. We do appreciate you guys tuning in again. If you're a friend of a friend of a friend, let them know. Just refresh the page. We're good to go now.
White lays off the 3rd straight slider from Lake, and he's going to want a fresh baseball. A lot of community support here today, Brad. You got Vinny's, you got Johnny's, you got the Ellwood Ice behind the press box.
Good crowd as well. Filling up the stands as that one misses again. Makes it count now 3-1.
Keller doesn't get the call on the outside part of the plate. Same pretty much location he just got rung up on. Maybe a little bit more outside, but Lake got a battle back here, down 3-1. Fouls it off to the left side, makes the count full.
Again, both these teams just one hit in the game. No runs, no errors. Both teams had some runner at second, basically.
Full pitch. Walks him on 5. That slider got up and away from him. So the Mounties get the first hitter on base. That'll bring up Mr. Zach Parker Lamb coming to the plate here.
Shortstop there. 1 for 1. He was the one that had the base hit as well for the Mounties. Gotta be
Strike
careful.
on the inside part of the plate, and by inside part of the plate, that looked like it was way inside.
Got to be careful with those first at-bat walks of the inning. Just always seems to come back to bite you.
He went. Whoa, no call on the check swing. No look. He must have held up there. Almost offered at that, Brad.
He almost did, yeah.
1-1 count to Lamb. White on first. Nobody out. Fly ball to the right side. Biondi making track. And just too far for all three of them.
Yeah, foul lines are fairly deep. It's actually in Lawrence County probably the largest foul territory of most of the ballparks.
Pullman Park has quite the foul territory as you can play it into the bullpen.
I was going to say, they're also tucked in behind the dugouts and everything.
It's a little hidden there, a lot of hidden notches and difficulty. You catch one over the bleachers, you can't throw it through them. 1-2 count to Lamb. Ground ball foul wasted on the slider. Keeps the count 1-2. Take a Lamb on White, hold the Mayo.
Oh, man.
I love Lamb. It's delicious.
Yes.
1-2 count to Lamb as the throw goes back and White dives back safely.
Euros or gyros?
Gyros.
Okay.
That's what it's called. That's the proper pronunciation, right? Any Greek would tell you that.
1-2 again.
Bounces one there. Makes the count even at 2s.
Give credit to this Mounties team. They're being very patient. Some of these at-bats have been even or deeper counts. Here's 2-2.
Fouls it straight back to the screen.
Coming right back to the press box here.
Lamb rocking the knickers, too.
Oh, yeah.
The high sock.
The high socks, the whole works. Again, blue, dark blue, navy blue, and gray.
Got him on the foul tip. Caught by Keller on the slider. Strikes him out. One away here for the Mounties. As White stays put at first. That'll bring up number 21, Mr. Yoder.
This was that fielder's choice, the Biondi, trying to get the double play.
Ground ball to Biondi. The turn. It was real close though, Brad. It was close at first. Another ground ball. This might be an opportunity. It hits him hard. Stays with it and throws it away. Keller right there for the backup. That one ate him up. That'll be an error on Biondi, putting runners on first and second with one out. Bringing up DeMarcus Law, who was hit by pitch last at bat.
Yep.
That's the one thing we talked about, Brad. They're used to playing at the turf. Those nice, smooth bounces. That one ate him up hard, and that would have been a tough turn, too.
It would have been tough, yep.
I think you're better off trying to go for that. Shore out at first. I mean, he was pretty much almost past Biondi when he started to field that.
So we're going to have a courtesy runner here for number 19, White. Actually, it's a pitch runner. It's going to be a pinch runner because it's the first baseman. So it's a pinch runner number 1. That's Klingler.
Mason Klingler.
Yeah, again, that is a pinch runner because it's the first baseman, not the battery. So first and second, one out here. A little bit of trouble again for Lake. He's going to have to work through this one.
A little bit of speed here. Law, the lefty. Caught one off the hand his first at bat. Pitch inside. Keller blocks it. A little bit of trouble here again for Lake as Matt Kelly's in just playing for the bunt, which means Mr. Biondi's got to shade towards the first base side just in case that were to happen. There's the bunt straight up in the air. Out. Oh, my, and a tough call. Looks like he pulled the bag, maybe. The throw may have pulled him. And the Mounties are in business with the bases loaded. I thought that would have been that was a close bang-bang play. I'm not sure.
Close, yep.
The third base ump did not signal the off the bag. And a mound visit coming from Mr. Chris Wise.
is.
I couldn't tell if Mills' foot came off the bat. It sure looked like it did to me.
And there was no motion, like you said, by the umpire at third base.
Yeah.
With the swing showing that he was off. So basically he's saying that he beat it out.
The throw, I don't think he beat it. I thought the throw beat him. He did slide in feet first, so that'd have been tough to get the foot there before the ball, I would assume. But hard base running by the Mounties, and small ball has put them in business here with Nick DeSimon coming to the plate.
Yep, 0 for 1 today. Had that fly ball to Barberio in right field. He'll take that right now because that could be a sac fly RBI. And if you're Ellwood right now, you just need to get it out.
You got to force it home.
Early. It's still the top of the fourth.
You got to force it home. You got to force it any bag.
Yep.
You got to keep the ball in front of you and keep the damage under control here as Lake set to deliver. Ground ball, that's going to be a chopper. That's going to score a couple.
Yep,
Barberio comes up and it goes over his glove.
That's gonna
under his glove,
third.
that's going to score 3, and that's going to be a bases clearing single.
Wow.
For the Mounties. As that's going to go down as an error to Barberio as it went underneath his glove. So that is a single right there for Nick DeSimon. Barberio getting a little bit ahead of himself there, trying to come up with a hard throw, and the Mounties take a 3-0 lead. And the way Boffman's pitching right now, that might be enough. But as we're aware, the Wolverines have battled back before.
So for the Mounties, DH number 10, Jack Cartwright.
So 3-0 lead here by the Mounties. That will bring up the 8th batter in the lineup. That's number 10. That is Jack Cartwright. Again, DHing.
And you couldn't ask for 2 better pitches there. He got the ground ball, just big bouncing ground ball, and the air on Biondi hit the lip of the infield, looked like, and ate him up.
It's been a while since the Wolverines have had an error, let alone 2 in a game.
Not sure what the Wolverines were doing during practice, but it should have been heavy ground balls. Heavy ground balls. Has Coach Biondi here to my left, scoreboard operator, mentions that it was heavy ground balls to get them back to understanding the bounces here at Sanders Field as Lake delivers a strike to make the count 2-1 on Cartwright, the DH. And the Mounties, they put that on ball, Brad, and that's what they do.
Yep, and then not only that, but they are also patient at the plate. Again, Lake now at 64 pitches.
Yeah, you're going to end up seeing. Yeah, we're going to probably see him go the full length here today.
Yep.
Because if the Wolverines are able to battle back, make most absolutely see Nate Kennedy on Thursday. Ground ball to the right side. Matt Kelly stays down. 2 down here.
Runner does advance the third, so 2 outs. Runner at third now.
Next up for the Mounties, third baseman, number 9.
So still, and that's a very important run out there at third. Again, 3-0 here, Philipsburg-Osceola, but they're looking for the 4th run. That'll bring up the 9th hitter in the lineup. At the bottom here, that is Warren Rafferty, the third baseman.
I expect the Wolverines to come out a little bit more patient here in the bottom half of the 4th. They're going to have to work that count on Boffman, who's been very efficient so far. Keller with a big block there. He's got to keep everything in front of him on this. As everybody's aware, big backstop here at Sanders Field. Ground ball up the middle. And that'll be an out. Ground ball out to Gino Biondi, but the damage has been done. The Mounties score 3 on an RBI single. After 3.5, Mounties 3, Wolverines coming to bat.
right, folks, welcome back here to Sanders Field at Ewing Park Sports Complex in Ellwood City, Pennsylvania. We have hit the halfway mark of this one as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Leading off will be the pitcher for Ellwood City. That is Aaron Lake. He was walked in his first at-bat. First pitch strike there, and just like that.
Hit by pitch, Brad.
Sorry, hit by pitch. My apologies. Yep, you are correct. Boffman picking up where he left off. That was pitch 37. Here comes 38. First pitch swinging just about 3 feet wide to the left, foul ball. So just like that, it's an 0-2 count on Lake. Yeah, unfortunately, crooked lines would not help you on that one. Give credit to the third base umpire, making that call pretty fast, pretty simple. So 0-2 count here.
I'm back, Brad. I'm eating Vinny's.
Oh, yeah, you're making everybody jealous up here. That
I'm
smell
telling
of
you
that
what,
pizza.
It's so good.
Oh, man.
Hot pepper, sausage, pepperoni with a char on it. It's fantastic. 0-2 pitch coming. Struck him out high. Could definitely tell Lake was already made up his mind on that one. He was swinging regardless.
So that'll bring up the 4th bat in the lineup. Cam Mills here. 0
Mills,
for 1 today.
0 for 1 down looking on a strikeout.
Wolverines gotta get something going here, or at least get that pitch count up, and so far they have not done that.
Yeah, and Boffman not been able to go full 7 all year. Mills looks at a ball low. Fly ball down the first base side. White looking, traveling, out of play.
Real close, right at that fence line of the dugout. So,
you know what might compliment this is, and I'm talking about complimenting my pizza is a sign of Johnny's fries. Because I haven't eaten all day, Brad.
Fries.
I had a protein bar for lunch. It's a lot of carbs, but I still got cardio to do, so.
I know a lot of individuals, including Kelly for the boosters here, where everybody was here basically 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, setting this up.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people here last night, too, getting everything ready. Mills doesn't wear it. Lead base runners.
Yep. 2-1 count here. 1 out. Boffman ready to go.
Strike 2 right down Broadway. Fastball, middle. You couldn't ask for a better pitch to swing at there, Brad. It's a 2-1 count. That's a hitter's count. You got to be ready to pull the trigger. Now he's going to be guessing, and I'm going to guess that he's going to throw a slider here. Got him on the fastball up. Strike 3, swinging. High elevated fastball, running in on the hitter.
Yeah, whatever Boffman's doing, it is working so far. 3 2/3. 1 hit given up. 4 strikeouts now as well. The blemish would be the 2 hits by pitch.
That's right, yeah.
The 2 hit batters. Other than that, he's been pretty good. That'll bring up number 25, Jake Biscup. Maybe this will feel something here. He's got to get something going for Ellwood City.
Yeah, we are. And again, very impatient. Yeah, that is not what we need. We need to be working the count. Biscup swung there at a high fastball. Right around above the EC logo on his chest. Slider coming.
That one fouled off down the
0-2 now.
third baseline. Yeah, makes the count quickly 0-2. And another great inning here by Boffman if he gets out of this one.
How many outs we got, Brad?
2 outs.
2 outs here.
This will be pitch number 11. Just 46 total, 47 coming from Boffman.
Yeah, very efficient outing from Boffman. Real good. Fastball.
That one just missing up high.
Fastball waste. That's okay. See if you can get him to chase. He had Lake chase,
I
Mills
was gonna
chase.
say the
Why
first
not
2
try to
batters.
have another one? But I say he goes right back to the slider because it is working nicely. There it is.
Yep,
Strike
swing
3, and
strike
he's going to have to
3.
run it.
Throw it on the first in time, and a third out here. So 4 have come up and gone for the Ellwood City and Philipsburg-Osceola. It's still the Mounties, 3-0. They'll be up to the plate next year in the top of the 5th. All right, folks, welcome back here to Sanders Field, top of the 5th. Mounties back up the plate with a 3-0 lead here. Both these teams were held to 1 hit through basically 3.5, and then all of a sudden the Mounties made things happen in the last inning, and they're up now 3-0.
They made it happen with another hit. Just 1 hit.
Yeah.
But you had the walks that hurt
3
the air.
runs, all unearned, unfortunately, for Ellwood City. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them. That'll bring up Connor Gano, top of the lineup here.
Not getting that inside part of the plate. That looked like it was pretty good, Brad.
Yeah, it looked good up here, and fortunately that'll even the count 1-1 and continue to balloon that pitch count for Lake.
The pitch kind of continuing to climb here, and that'll end up having you throw Nate Kennedy if he does get to that limit. Yeah, a lot of snap on that slider right now. It's something just from the eye doesn't look just quite right with Mr. Lake today.
Right.
Said the same thing during the broadcast of the Whippeal title game.
We did.
The velocity just
looked
like it was just not the same Aaron Lake. Did not go. Missed it on the inside part of the plate. And that's a 4-pitch walk to Mr. Gano. And it'll bring up number 4, Archer Bothman.
Yep. And the last time Lake did walk somebody, they came around and scored. So got to keep track of that. You need a double play or something to get him out of the inning here sooner than later.
Yeah, they need a nice hard hit ball like right at Kennedy or Biondi. That's a shot to center field, and Cuevas on the track makes the catch. Nice play by Michael Cuevas running to his left. Tracks it down in the deepest part of the ballpark, around 350 there in the center field gap.
Yep. So a loud first pitch, first out of the inning, but we'll continue on. That'll bring up, it's going to be back to Fisher White, so he will officially obviously check back in the previous inning.
Smart move there, pinch running for him. He had a little bit of speed on second base, and that paid dividends. Granted, he didn't have to run very far.
Right.
But he did beat the throw to third on the bunt by Law, which was able to load the bases and create some traffic on the base paths for the Mounties. Ellwood needs a spark here, looking a little dead in the field. Fastball, middle. Strike 2. Lake drops the ball from Keller. Count 0-2, big pitch coming up here from Lake. If we can get White here. Gano may steal there. Nope, he does not go. Ground ball up the middle. This might be 2. Slow roller, not a time. Out. And double play. Gets the double play ball. Maybe that's the spark we need. 4-6-3 double play. We'll go to the bottom half of the 5th. Ellwood down 3. Not a hit.
right, folks, welcome back. Bottom of the fifth. Wolverines got to get their bats going here. Again, held in check, just one hit in this one. Up at the plate is number 5, Nate Kennedy, the shortstop.
Almost caught him on the sleeve. I mean, the Wolverines need some base runners. And I know it might hurt, Brad, but you might want to start wearing some leather. I don't even know if a baseball's wrapped in leather anymore, to be honest with you. It could be some type of synthetic mess. That is a terrible call, and I will say it now because the inside pitches that Keller's been framing and the outside pitches have been in the same exact spot. Same exact. Not to take any credit away from Mr. Mateer, who's doing a fantastic job behind the dish right now. That's not a knock against Mr. Mateer. That is a knock against the officiating.
Just want consistency.
That's all.
2-1 count here from Boffman.
Kennedy fouls it off to the right, makes the count 2-2. This is a big at bat here for Kennedy. He's got to find a way to get on base one way or another. Wear one, Jason Kendall one, wear some body armor. Do something. Roger Dorn.
Jose Tabata.
Jose Tabata broke up a perfect game with a hit by pitch, didn't he?
Yes, he did. 2-2 count.
Well, just a bit outside.
Well, cross up there or slip of the hand there by Boffman. And
yeah, makes the
been a
count
while.
full.
Full count. Yeah, it's been a long time since I think the first inning.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Threw that one in the batter's box there. It bounced away. Big pitch coming up here, full count. Ball 4, Kennedy gets on base, and it's a strong first at bat. Lead off at bat for Kennedy there as the Wolverines desperately need base runners. And that'll bring up number 1, Michael Cuevas. I don't bunt here, Brad. I don't like the bunt here just because we need hits have been at a minimum. Very premium.
Third baseman there coming into the grass area. That's Rafferty, but
yeah, I don't know
if you're swinging away.
Yeah, I think you got to swing. And if you're not swinging, you got to figure out a way to push one down to first because I'm not doing it. There comes the bunt. And there it was down to first baseline and foul. And that was too hard.
Yep.
You're going to maybe finesse that one a little bit. Now you're 0-1 and then see, I don't know. I mean, you seen the last at bat, Kennedy fouled one off. You had a lot of pitches not hitting the zone for Boffman. You don't want to let him come ahead in the count because he's been very efficient ahead in the count. When he's behind in the count, he's gotten a little erratic. So I would have probably let Cuevas have an at bat here. More so than him bunting.
If he can punch something past first base, there's a little bit of a gap.
They're showing early.
Yep,
trying to see.
again.
Yep, and that was a little too early for my liking. But
a little bit of a chess and checkers game as well being
absolutely. And you know what? I will be the first to admit it. Not a fan of bunting. Certain situations, loved it in the Whippeal title game. Kennedy looking to go. Here comes the bunt. Shown, pulls back, slider, misses away. And that's what I'm talking about right there, the consistency. Same exact location. Doesn't get the strike there. Previous at bat gets the strike call. I just don't understand it. And Mateer didn't even move. Right. Same spot as Kennedy dives back after the throw over from Boffman. Cuevas again. 1-1 count. Kennedy with a pretty decent lead. Not too much, not too little. Show and bunt here. Pulls back. Rips it. Just foul. Hits the umpire. a foot foul.
That would have been trouble because that would have been down that left field line. It would have been at least first and second. If not, they may have pushed that one second and third.
Yeah, it was definitely foul by foot.
Yep.
Hit the ump in foul territory.
No pun intended.
No.
Hit the foot of the umpire. Foot foul.
Foot foul, foot ball.
Foot folly.
So now you got 1-2 here, and I don't see Cuevas squaring this time, but I can see the slider coming from Boffman to get him chasing because that's where I would go.
Yep. Infield playing back here, looking for possible double play.
Got him. Yes, sir. Throws down the first, not in time. Oh, that is a terrible call by Jim, the first baseman. Not even close. Not even close in the snap throw, but Mateer gets him, and I don't even think that's remotely close. Caught him up on the shoulder. The throw back was on time at best, but that's a devastating blow. Kennedy gets caught sleeping there.
Number 10, Jordan.
But again, Jim, the umpire, down at first, says he was out, and I don't agree with that.
Unfortunately for Ellwood City, that's 2 outs. It's an indirectly double play there.
Yep, 2 outs, and we had some business going there. Ball a little up on the inside on the slider there from Boffman. Give credit there to the big man down at first base, Mr. White, to get that tag down in time enough to get the umpire's attention to make it close. So kudos to him to get the tag there. As Boker rips one really foul down the left field side. Boker down on the count, 1-2. Boffman looking to get out of the 5th with no blemishes as Levi Rape sprints down the left field line. And strike 3 on the breaking ball hide in the zone. Again, Mr. Boffman, very efficient. We'll go to the 6th. Wolverines down 3-0.
All right, folks, welcome back. Here we head to the top of the 6th. All things looking good right now for the Mounties, 3-0. But we know that baseball is 7 innings, so both these teams still got things to settle. As first pitch swing there, fouled back at the plate is number 15. That is Parker Lamb, the shortstop. 1 for 2 today. Once again, the Mounties have gone for officially 3 hits. And that one
Another high chopper.
Right? Yeah, base hit there, and Biscup had a little trouble in left field, but it'll be a single there.
It looks like Lake's aiming more so than throwing, Brad.
Yep.
He's been fiddling with his hand, moving the wrist around a little bit. So, long season fatigue setting in. You run the gauntlet in the Whippeal, and you're expected to win 4 straight to try to make it states, but still time. There's still time.
So up next for the Mounties, that'll be number 21, Zach Yoder. 0 for 2 today. Bunt attempt pulled back. Pitch low, so ball 1 here.
And when Lake does try to throw, it looks like he's overthrowing.
Yeah.
So there's not a very consistent mix going on here. Chopper foul to the right. Evens the count at 1.
Again, so far, scoreline-wise between these two teams, Mounties 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors.
Yeah, it's
Ellwood
the 2 errors.
0-1-2. And right now, those 2 errors have kind of played havoc here for the Wolverines.
He set the table there. I mean, if Barberia is able to come up with a clean, I don't think they're definitely scoring 2 on the single to the right.
Yep.
But they got second and third instead of.
On top of it, Aaron Lake has not been his efficient as he is, it still would have been potentially a 0-0 game or at least 1-0. And right now he's struggling here, down 2-1 in the count.
Another foul ball off the foot of Yoder. Makes the count 2-2. Everything looks very laborious, or from all
Lethargic.
Lethargic,
Kind of sluggish.
Yeah, it's a long, from Thursday to
Yeah.
Monday. It's a long break.
Runners going there. Throw down, unfortunately, trickles through the wicket, so runner will take second.
Tough block from Keller.
Yeah.
Just squirted away. Got the pads on it, but then, that's a tough squirm there. So there'll be a stolen base there for Lamb on the pass ball. More of a wild pass. That one bounced super early. Slider looked like on the outside part of the plate. Crossed Keller up, and he was definitely expecting a slider, but not to bounce that early.
And unfortunately, Lake's going to take some time here to kind of
Gotta figure
readdress
it out.
things.
Yeah, 3-2 count here with the runner on. Yoder at the plate. Rocket down the line, and this might bring in a run. Here comes Lamb. Barberi's going to come up throwing. Nope, cut it off. Scores another run. Base hit by Zach Yoder will bring in Lamb from second. And the Mounties add to their lead. That's now 4-0. And even during the Whitfield playoff game, those are the I don't even know how many home runs Lake's ever given up. I think that may be the only 2 home runs he has ever gave up in his career. And here comes skipper Chris Wise out to visit Mr. Lake, who unfortunately today has not had his best stuff. So it looks like we're going to go to Nate Kennedy here.
Yep. So it's going to be a pitching change here, folks. We're going to take a timeout here. You're watching Ellwood City Sports. Mounties add another. It's 4-0 Philipsburg-Osceola. All right, folks, welcome back here. So we pick up in the top of the 6th. Runner still at first.
Nobody out.
Yep, DeMarcus Law at the plate, and the new pitcher will be Nate Kennedy. He'll slide it from short. Lake goes back to short. So it's just a flip-flop.
Another block by Keller as that slider dove on him as well.
The line for Lake, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 runs, none earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts.
And I'll tell you what, if Ellwood's not able to pull one out here, Brad, one heck of a high school career for Aaron Lake.
Called strike there.
I mean, nothing to hang your head about. I mean,
No.
you pitched the gauntlet of the Whippeal.
16-1 record.
16-1 record, 5
ERA
home runs.
under 1.67.
Over
his career.
600 OBP. Law goes down for the bunt, and Keller fouls it back. Pops it up straight back. No chance for Keller as the count goes to 1-2. And we're not getting ahead of ourselves here, folks. We know that the Wolverines have battled back all playoff long, so we still got 2 attempts at this. And we're not giving up hope. We got a young man in the booth here slamming a pepperoni roll into water, and he's got grease all over him, and he's anxiously awaiting a comeback.
1-2 pitch from Kennedy.
And a high fly ball to right as it's carrying
deep.
the guts of the wind, and Barbario tracking it. And an unbelievable play by Anthony Barbario to track that, because DeMarcus Law gave it a ride and it got hung up in that jet stream.
Yep.
Just so happened it was blowing the wrong way, because on a good day.
And then for the folks at home, that was way off camera there to the right. It was in fair territory, about 5 to 10 feet to the
left of the
line.
fob, yeah.
Yeah, so good play by Barbs
That's
there
a big
in
play.
right field.
Big play by Barbs to keep the runner at first and get that very crucial first out.
So that'll bring up now number 20, Nick D. Simon.
Slider for a strike from Kennedy.
One count from Nate. Punch back up the middle. Play for Lake here. He'll tag the base.
Throws it away.
Wild.
But thank goodness for the cage.
Yeah, that could have.
But a good effort by Lake.
Whew, that could have done a little damage. So it'll be a fielder's choice for Lake there, unassisted there, technically to out at second. So D. Simon there first.
I'm not sure what happened there. That looks like they called interference.
Oh, okay.
Interference on the first base runner. I don't agree with it. That ball was nowhere close to being caught. But
right.
Umpire Jim strikes again. Did they call interference on the runner going to second?
All right, so the runner interference at second will be the 3rd out of the inning. So we'll take a timeout here, folks. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Wolverines need to get the bats going, down 4-0. All right, folks, welcome back here. We're down to 6 outs for the Wolverines. They got to get something going. We'll head to Matt Kelly.
Big at bat here for the Wolverines. Got to find a way on. Got to wear it. Got to wear it. Got to wear it. I mean, you don't want to say it, Brad, but you got to wear it.
Yep.
Because he's coming back with this. Got to come back with a slider. Fastball in again. Strike one to Kelly. 1-1 count. Yeah, unfortunately, you're just going to wear it off the shoulder and grab some ice later. Fouls it off 1-2. Kelly had a great at bat last time up, where he was fouling pitches off, fell behind in the count. But no bigger pitch coming than right now. Got to have a runner on for Biondi, Keller, Lake, Mills, all of them. Fouls it off. Slider away.
So I'll keep the count 1-2. Just got to tighten up the hatches here. Choke up on the bat.
Find a hole. Find a hole. Find a plug. Find anything. 1-2 pitch. Right at him. Right at him. Right at him. Another nice play by Gano at second. One away for the Wolverines.
So we'll head back to the top lineup. That'll bring up number 2, Gino Biondi.
Second baseman, number
1
2,
for 2 today. Again, Ellwood City held in check with just 1 hit today.
Well, we got 2 hits up on the board here, Brad. Maybe Mr. Biondi, the scoreboard man, I believe hit the wrong hit the wrong button there. Yeah, Biondi with the only hit, line drive. Boffman steps off. Biondi gets the time, digs in. Digs into this nice dry infield.
1 count from Boffman.
Biondi offers on the slider. I meant more of a sinker, most likely on that pitch. The sinker-slider combo, fastball, all working well for Boffman today. Really has the Ellwood hitters confused. High fastball coming. Oh, slider just missed. Just missed. Another close outside pitch that have been called strikes.
Yep.
It passed at bats, Brad.
It just makes you wonder how much you have to swing at that.
Yeah,
on the safe side.
you see the alignment of the umpire here at home plate. He's sitting behind the inside part. That's a dribbler, squirmer, twister, twirler. Right back to Boffman for out number 2. As Coach Brad Welsh speaks of his delight of Mr. Mateer possibly in the way of Gino Biondi running down first. A valid argument. However, it goes unheard by the home plate umpire.
So that'll bring up number 27, Jordan Keller here. First pitch right on the outside edge, called strike.
Gets the outside call there. Very similar location to the other 2. The 0-1 pitch to Keller, falling behind. Holds off on the slider. 1-1 count. Boffman ready, working quick, Brad. He's been fishing. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. That's going to be, oh, what a plucky play.
What a plucking play by the first baseman. Fisher White taps the ball. It goes right to his right hand.
Kicked it up in the air right to his right hand. Unbelievable.
Yep. And he will throw to the pitcher, covering Boffman at first. That's the 3rd out. We'll head to the top of the 7th. Mounties up 4-0.
3 of them. The Kennedy coming, setting the pitch. Ball inside to number 10, Jack Cartwright, the DH.
Yeah, top of the 7th here. Mounties with a 4-0 lead here.
And if you're Ellwood, you got to try to keep it to 4 to give yourself a legitimate chance here in the bottom half of the 7th. And we got action in the Mounties bullpen down there with D7-1 warming up. Reason for that is Boffman, if the Mounties were able to hold on for this victory, would be eligible to pitch in Thursday's game against Fairview.
He's thrown 74, so they'll make that switch.
Ball 4 on 4 straight from Kennedy. And that's a leadoff walk for Cartwright. And a heck of an outing by Mr. Boffman there. You want to give us the stats there, Brad?
Yep, 6 innings pitched, only 1 hit, no runs, obviously 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. The only blemish is basically 2 hits batsman. That's it.
Bunch shown here. Back pick, got him, hung up. Lake
Down the
run
rundown. And tag there, placed by Kelly.
Tag call made by the second base umpire there. Umpire Jim looking for all the help he can get. Because umpire Jim was unsure of it. At least appeared to be.
So that'll be the first out of the inning as Kennedy comes back here to evens the count 1-1. Again, at the plate is Rafferty. That one catches the corner. It's now a 1-2 count as Kennedy gets ahead.
Gets the outside call there. I thought that wasn't close, but you have to live with what the ump's calling at a certain time of day. Line out to Biondi. That's 2 down here in the 7th.
And again, we're assuming that it'll be number 20, Nick DeSimon, the lefty, to come in. His numbers we'll talk about, but he's 4-2, 1.67 ERA. So
a little bit more erratic than Boffman is.
Yeah, a little bit more erratic, but he makes things happen with it being lefty. 2 outs here.
You don't see many of those.
Back to the top. That's Gano. First pitch swing
and
and
the left
Biscup.
field, tailing away from Biscup. Dives, and no reason to dive for that. You got to keep the ball in front of you, and he is moving to third in the hard throw, but he holds up at second, and that was an unnecessary dive by Jake Biscup. You don't want to put runners in scoring position, especially with Boffman coming to the plate. You know, I understand the effort, but in that situation, you got to keep the ball in front of you.
So that'll officially be the 6th
Looks like
hit.
the skipper here might want to maybe thinking about intentionally walking him. I'm not sure why.
Boffman being
Because
the best hitter.
we
We'll
got
see what he decides here.
Wise looking here. I would pitch to him. There's no need to walk him, I don't think. You got to pitch to him.
Yeah.
And they do intentionally walk
Intentionally
Boffman.
walk him, yep.
What was he on the day, Brad?
What's that?
He was an 0 for on the day.
Yep.
So I'm not against it. It gives you the opportunity for a force at any base with 2 outs.
Now we'll bring up Fisher White.
And they're going to go ahead and have a courtesy runner for Boffman.
Be number 11.
As he's not out of the game yet, folks, as the starting pitcher. We are just assuming that he is. That'd be number 11, Jake Lucas.
Yep. So Jake Lucas will be there first.
Fisher White at the plate. Excuse me. Yeah, Fisher White coming up here. Runners on first and second, 2 outs for the Mounties. Kennedy looking to get out of this one, keep it 4-0. Slider away from Kennedy, 1-0.
Again, first and second, 2 outs here. Ellwood looking to keep this one 4-0 headed into the 7th, bottom-wise. Pitch there not called.
Back pick, Keller picks him off at first.
Yep, back pick there at first. Catches Lucas leaning too far. So that will officially close the book here in the top of the 7th. We'll head to the bottom 7th. Last chance for the Wolverines. 4-0 Mounties. right, folks, welcome back here. Bottom of the 7th here, last chance opportunity.
That's
here.
right, and we misspoke because the Mounties are going back to Boffman to finish
they
this one
are.
out. This is pitch 75, slider away, makes the count 1-0.
Now, not getting into technicalities, technically he can finish this batter and still pitch Thursday because it reverts back below 74,
Yeah,
but I don't see them keeping him in for one batter. Although it is Aaron Lake, you never know.
never know.
1-0 count.
Inside 2-0 count to Lake. Need base runners in the worst way. And right here, you got to try to work the count as best you can. .3-0 count to Lake.
Again, we talked about it. Head coach Doug Sankey, his 29th season for the Mounties. He went and said it. Looking good here today. That one, once again, just looking to see what happens there. And a pitch right down through the middle. Kind of a waste pitch here. And now we count here 3-1. See what happens. Boffman and Lake.
Strike on the outside corner
strike.
again. My goodness. Another. That looked high and outside, to be honest with you. High and outside, and Lake in disbelief here. Boffman got him on the high fastball last time. I expect him to go to a slider. Fouls it off fastball. I figured that Boffman had he definitely has the confidence to throw something that's off speed because he has been all over the zone. Mr. Umpire behind home plate has been Mr. Inconsistent. But he's been calling it both sides, so you can't complain, but we can only observe what we see, folks.
Full count from Boffman.
Ball 4, and that'll put the leadoff runner on. Leadoff bat on. Now, Cam Mills needs to have a different approach here, and here comes the skipper.
Yep.
And
So again,
it's a little bit interesting to me that they went this route. They're going to have a conversation, I think, all together. If they take the ball away from him here, like you said, though, Brad, he can revert back and finish the game out and pitch here. Do you take the chance and let him ride it out, and the game gets a little bit
if
a
it
little
was
bit of a nail biter?
anything other than 4-0, I think you make that switch. But with it being 4
Nope.
runs,
Boffman says, "I got it, Skip.
yeah,
I
there's
got
4 runs. There's no reason to switch until he, what we saw one time where Ellwood technically had second and third,
That's right.
and that was it, and that was shut down. And
Now Cam Mills needs to have an approach here.
yes,
You have to have a real approach. Not a big swing, you can't hit a 4-run homer with one man on. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you need to have an approach
Base
here, young
runners.
man. You need to figure out what you got to figure out, and 80% and work the count. You've seen 4 balls. That's a pitch. I was there. That actually caught the corner there, Brad.
Boffman comes back out for
Yeah.
the timeout, throws strike 1.
You start that off. He's definitely coming slider here. No doubt about it. Lake's going to be safe there at first. I don't see him getting too much of a lead. And there goes the slider for strike 2. More of a curveball look there, actually.
They did throw down the pickoff attempt on Lake, but
Yeah.
he is back.
Back in plenty of time. And now Mills down in the count 0-2. And every at-bat that Mills has had, he's been down 0-2 to start the at-bat. Worked it full his first bat, but then struck out looking on a middle fastball. And I'm expecting another slider here from Boffman. Got him, absolutely. Umpire
Wow.
Jim not even looking.
He's asking,
Nope,
no appeal,
no
nothing,
asking,
nope.
appealing, no nothing. The
Yeah.
home plate
Not give
umpire
appeal.
said he did not go. So they're going to go off of what home plate umpire went. That was very interesting, so I'm pretty sure he offered at that. At least looked at like that from our vantage point. 1-2 count here. Wolverines catch a break. Slider.
Yep, called third strike there, and that'll be
And
the
that-
first out of the inning. And
That one looked like it caught a good portion of the plate, folks. That one was there for strike 3, and that's 3 strikeouts for Cam Mills on the day.
unfortunately for the Wolverines, 1 gone, so that leaves them with just 2 outs left. And that'll bring up number 25, Jake Biscup. He had that timely hit against Riverside and Burrell, basically. A couple big hits in the Rhonda Whippules. Got to get something going here today. First pitch right there, down through the middle, strike 1. Biscup 0 for 2 today. Most of the Wolverines 0 for 2 because they only have 1 hit off of Boffman.
Fouls it off straight back, makes it 0-2, and expect a heavy dose of some off-speed stuff coming here, Brad.
Yep.
As Boffman's been pretty stellar. And the Mounties very, very confident in with their lefty, Mr. Nick DeSimon, going into Thursday's game, because that will roll out Boffman as he has carried himself into the 7th, giving him the opportunity for a complete game. Pretty dominant performance.
I would say one-hit wonder.
Yank that slider a little bit outside. 1-2 count to Biscup. But not over yet, Brad. We still have life. As long as there's an out available, we still have life. As the Ellwood faithful, and a lot of them, folks, out here today in full force to support the Wolverines.
1-2 count from Boffman.
And Biscup wears a dead
Wow.
ball, and that's going to be a two men on here coming up for Nate Kennedy.
We chuckle a little bit because that is the 25th time in his career that Biscup has been hit by a pitch. And what number is he? 25. So he will most likely finish his career with 25 hit by pitch. Something else. So that'll plate first and second. Still got something going here. 1 out. And we'll bring up Nate Kennedy, and we'll see if maybe being on the mound there.
Yeah, maybe gives him a little spark here. Even if he
Yeah.
can get on base, you got Cuevas in the bottom half of the order that have done damage. Kennedy looks at strike 1, and that's okay. I'm okay with watching, looking at some pitches here. You don't want to ground out, hit into a double play. You want to give yourself the best opportunity to make a cut. 0-1 count to Kennedy. Pitch from Boffman. Almost hit him on the elbow. That would have hurt.
Yeah.
I would have caught him on the weenus. That's what the skin on your elbow is called, Brad. Did
Yep.
you know that?
The Wednesday.
The Wednesday.
The Wednesday weenus. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Right off that elbow.
See, I thought you were going to scold me.
No. That brings back high school memories. Too many of them. 1-1 count from Boffman. That one
That's
drops
a heck of
in.
a breaking ball right there from
I
Boffman. A
would
1-2
say.
count.
Wow.
Had Kennedy buckled there. 1-2.
I would say potentially go right back to it, maybe a little bit
Oh,
further
I would
outside.
I would 100% go right back to it, and I would anticipate him hugging the outside part of the plate. And that's what you've seen, and Kennedy fouls it back. You've seen everything looks like it's right there from Boffman. His tunneling's been fantastic. He's worked efficiently. He's been ahead in the count all game. So hats off to the young man for pitching a really, really good game. Even though it's not over, he has been very, very efficient. 1-2 count to Kennedy. The pitch coming. Holds, and it's outside. 2-2 count to Kennedy. 1 out.
And this will officially, other than the first inning, this will be the longest pitch count of the day. Boffman now 20 pitches. This will be pitch number 95.
I think
Does not matter.
I think you're living and dying with Boffman now
Yeah. You
with
finish
the
him
idea
off.
of DeSimon
2-2
throwing Thursday.
from Boffman.
Base
Punch right
hit up
back
the middle.
Base
Oh,
hit.
base hit skips, and that's going to score a run.
Yep. 1 run will come across. Lake comes through. Throw home. Way offline, so that will plate 1, and they're in business, first and second still.
Yeah, Wood Faithful getting a little chippy over there, a little chirpy. The excitement coming back into the ballpark. Kennedy keeps it alive. Nothing hurt here. 1 out. You got to
Center fielder, number 1, Michael Cuevas.
you got to expect Cuevas here to be swinging away because an out does you no good, Brad.
Yep. So
'Cause you
first
can't-
and second, 1 out.
Cuevas would be the tying run if he's able to get on somehow, some way. He looks at strike 1, maybe a little bit low on inside, but he's been calling that one pretty consistently because that's where he's lined up all game.
I know we move on with Cuevas, but give credit to Kennedy. What an at-bat.
Big at bat there. Big at bat. Drove a curveball back up the middle. Outside.
Yep, evens the count 1-1. See if the comeback kids have some late heroics.
they got
3 in a
it.
row to win Whippules. We'll see what they can do here. 1-1 count to Cuevas.
Ground
Jammed
ball.
him,
That's
and
about as
ground
good
ball.
as. All that is interference on the catcher.
Did we call anything?
Or did he slip? It looked like he slipped coming out of the box, but ran into the catcher.
Yep.
I just don't get it.
So it will be an out. It will advance the runners to second and third now.
Yeah,
but
because I
2
think
outs.
Cuevas beats that out.
DH, number 10.
Unfortunate. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. This window divider here is in the way as he made contact. So did it look like he slipped out of the box?
I think he just slipped, but it will bring up the mayor of Ellwood City with 2 outs here.
Strike on the inside part of the plate. The Wolverines down to their last out.
That was 99. Yep, this will be pitch 100 coming from Boffman.
A ball up in the air, ball up in the zone. 1-1 count. An unfortunate break there for the Wolverines as Cuevas slips coming out of the box. Makes you wonder if the ground was a little bit more moist. And Boker fouls it off to the right.
So
1-2 count here.
Strikeout opportunity here for the Wolverines. Quick pitch there by Boffman, caught him off guard basically. And
well, the Wolverines down to their final at bat. Final out of the season. Final strike. Boffman in the windup. Runners on second and third. 1-2 count. Boker calls time as I set all that up for nothing.
Time granted from home plate umpire.
Boker trying to extend it here. Boffman from the windup. 1-2 pitch. Ball up.
So that's 2-2 now. Ball 2.
1-0-1. Pitch 102 coming up for Boffman.
103.
Pitch 103 coming from Boffman. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 struck him out. And ladies and gentlemen, Philipsburg-Osceola defeats the Ellwood City Wolverines by a final of 4-1 here at Sanders Field. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a heck of a ride. But got to tip your hat, Brad. Got to tip your hat to the young people there, the young men of the Mounties. They came out. They not to say that we weren't prepared, but I mean, you got to tip your hat to Archer Boffman. Unbelievable outing, complete game. 2 runs, 1 run. Finished with 103 pitches. Struck out Jordan Boker to end the year for the Wolverines. And I'll tell you what. Bittersweet for a lot of us in the stands here, Brad, as 10 of the seniors are going to be moving on, and it has been an absolute honor and a privilege to be able to watch these 10 young men play baseball for the better part of a decade, if not longer.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate that you go out the way you do here at your home field in Sanders Field, but Keith, we know it. Unfortunately, one team is going to finish the run, and one team, unfortunately, or every other team, unfortunately, ends their season with a loss. So a tough one for Ellwood City.
No reason to hang their head, Brad. You know, it's been a monumental year. They brought a lot of joy to the community on their playoff run. It gave us something to cheer about. It gave us something to look forward to as we see here at the Ellwood faithful out in full force.
And I know it's a consolation, but they still come home with a hardware. They get the Whitfield title. You can say what you want about States. States are awesome, and it's great to be here, but that Whitfield title run, that is going to go down as one of the greatest comebacks, the comeback kids, cardiac arrest kids, shall we call them.
One of the greatest memories I will ever remember.
All right, so let's wrap things up here, folks. We'll do a score line here for Philipsburg-Osceola. 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors. For Ellwood City, 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors. And unfortunately, the difference of the game was primarily that 1 inning where a walk and an errors, and unfortunately, runs were scored. Again, you got to give credit to Aaron Lake. He wasn't not necessarily what we would consider his best, but he did just enough to keep things in check. He went 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, only 1 earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Kennedy came in and pitched the last 2 innings, only 1 hit, 2 walks. For the flip side, though, the MVP of today's game has got to be Archer Boffman, the second batter in the lineup, and more importantly, the pitcher today. 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. The only blemish would be that he hit 2 batters on the day in reality. And at the end there, just a little bit of late heroics by the Wolverines. 3 comebacks in a row. Unfortunately, that one comes up short.
And they didn't give up. You know that, Brad. They didn't give up, and hats off to the entire coaching staff, everybody involved, the boosters. it takes a lot of people to make all this happen. And you know, you got Kristen Carcel, Krista Boydell, Chrissy Barbario, and Morgan Wise doing a fantastic job as the boosters. Let's not leave out Kelly, who did a fantastic job all year long in the concession stand, with Jess Patterson helping her out towards the bitter end here. And you know, a great environment here, and nothing to say but what a year, Brad, and what an absolute honor and opportunity that, and I want to say thank you for allowing me the opportunity to be up here with you, Brad, throughout the course of the year. It has been fantastic and so much fun.
Well, I tell you what, Keith, it makes my job easier when things overload and you got network errors and all this other fancy stuff that happens. You being there kind of helps relieve the
I'll tell you what,
stress that happens.
You and I may go down in YouTube lore with some of the greatest last inning calls because we have been through the ups and downs, you know, and you know, and I'll be the first to say I've been critical at times, but you know, I've also praised. So it's part of being an unbiased color commentator, Brad. You gotta call it like you see it.
Yep.
And I have, and I'll tell you what, fantastic job by these young men and the coaches that helped them along the way.
Yep.
So it's been a heck of a ride.
And we do have a score update. Unfortunately, another little dig here for the Wolverine fans. Softball, unfortunately, they fall as well today. They lose to Westmont Hilltop 4-2, 2.5 hours east of here. Unfortunately, another great pitching gem by McQuistion. She kept things close, and she also had another home run in that game. Just unfortunately not enough that the Bats could do. That score line there, Westmont 4-8-1, Ellwood 2-5-1. So Ellwood City softball will finish the year 11-7, and then the baseball team, a heck of a run there, 19-4. Both teams are done. For Philipsburg-Osceola, if you're still listening, folks, you now know. We'll put the bracket up one last time here on the screen. You now know who your opponent is. You're going to be driving again, but not as far, shall we say. They got to go to take on the District 10/1 Fairview. Fairview defeating Riverside today 3-1. So it'll be Fairview and Philipsburg-Osceola in the second round. That'll be June 4th on Thursday. On behalf of Ellwood City Sports, folks, once again, final score here from Sanders Field one last time. The Mounties victorious over the Wolverines 4-1. Brad Windhorst, Keith Keller, Dave Windhorst doing the camera duties. Folks, that wraps things up for Ellwood City Sports. Today will be our last broadcast.
Yes,
people always ask why we do it, and we do it for the love of the game, the love of the fans, to bring things that people cannot see in person. We do appreciate you tuning in and making things happen. We'll have a recap and wrap-up of the entire season in spring sports here for Ellwood City Sports. Good night, folks, and we'll see you on the flip side. And once again, as always, go blue.
Go blue.